Welcome back to Pressed Conference.
Hi.
We are your recap podcast for RuPaul's Drag Race Season 17. Niru and I today have a very, very special guest, one of our favorite people of all time. Would you like to introduce them, Niru?
Oh my God, it is the diva that you know from Canada's Drag Race Season 2. It is the one and only, the Twitter diva, Rena, also known as Eve6000. Because
Hi.
Hi Eve, how are you? How are you?
I'm doing great. Amidst the unfolding fascism that we're experiencing right now, doing great, all things considered. But one thing I want to get perfectly clear to you guys and everyone listening, I do not want to hear one of you guys ever forget the mother Ella, okay? Do not forget the Ella. If I catch one of you guys forgetting the Ella, I don't even want to say what I'm going to do to you.
You know who forgot the Ella today, though? Bombae. Couldn't be here. Our co-host just dipped. Bombae heard Eve's name and was like, you know what? I can't do this.
I was going to say, I want to address the elephant in the room. Bombae's Listen.
That was such a moment.
Honestly, Tessa Testicle, did you guys see that one?
I did see that one.
That's I have to say, as far as Drag Race contestant thirst traps go, that was the most attractive one I've ever seen.
Oh.
That was great.
Yeah.
If I was going to subscribe to any fucking OnlyFans, I would subscribe to hers 100%. 100%. And I came up with a funny read for her. I actually came up with this like a long time ago. So it's Tessa Testicle. You really should change your name because it reminds us of what we'd rather be looking at than your face.
There you go. Exactly.
When she's gorgeous, it's,
yeah.
We like to have fun. We like to have fun over here.
Yeah, that thirst trap was so good that it almost made me forget about her run in Global All-Stars.
Was it good or I didn't watch? I only watched.
No, it was fine. It wasn't bad.
I watched the first 5 episodes because then I think Pythia got eliminated, so I stopped watching it.
For real.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, you didn't miss much.
I wasn't gonna watch Alyssa Edwards get glazed up for 5 more weeks. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that's so real. That is so real.
I'm no shame, but I don't care to see that. What am I watching that for?
We're still Team Nelenia up in here.
Yes.
Wait.
Period. Period. I actually am hoping that Canada will ban Twitter very soon because there has been a lot of conversation about the misinformation being spread on Twitter, targeting the Canadian audience and government. So, yeah, I'm really hoping that Twitter will soon be banned in Canada.
Now I'm going to have to make sure I always watch your Instagram stories because honestly, I get a lot of my news content from your quotes.
That reminds me.
With the censorship happening right now, it's literally, you're my news source.
Honestly, I used to watch Wendy Williams every single day. I would watch Wendy Williams Hot Topics every day on YouTube. And Boa was always like, why are you always watching Wendy Williams? I'm like, this is how I get my news.
Yeah.
Wendy's talking about all the important topics.
Yeah, exactly.
Free Wendy. Free Wendy. Free Wendy.
Period. Her, because during COVID, she really got me through because they would upload all the episodes on YouTube. And I was sad every morning with my coffee and her going, Donald Trump, don't be afraid of Cornova. We are in here, in the fields, frightened of Cornova. I love her. Let's
address the elephant in the room for the three of us, is that this guest judge, I don't think any of us knew who she was.
No, but she's serving, though. She looks gorgeous.
She's looks gorgeous.
Serving so hard. When I saw the preview...
I should have Googled that.
I'm thinking Candace Swainpool or something, one of the Victoria's Secret models, but I don't know.
Oh, is that who she is? Oh.
Well, I thought at first when I saw the preview of this episode that she was the person who hosted the Golden Globes, and I was really, really excited.
Oh, Nikki Glaser? She was an All-Star 7.
That's not Nikki.
That's not Nikki Glaser.
Doesn't even remotely look like her.
This is what Nikki Glaser looks like in her sex dreams.
Yeah.
This looks like Senorita Awesome from Scream Queens. Does anybody know?
Yes.
She's an actress, apparently.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Julia Schlipfer. I don't know, German.
Yes.
I
Well, good
watch
for her.
way too many things, and I don't think I've ever watched her. So Miss
No,
Julia
I mean,
be in better things.
yeah. She is
Thank
gorgeous. I've never seen
She
her in my
is.
life, but she's
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
pretty.
But now I want to see her. You know, like I
She
want to
could
know
be like
more.
a TikTok person, maybe.
Walking back into the workroom, Lucky Stars was the pork chop of the episode. Everyone was
Ugh.
crying. Lexi saw a younger version of herself in Lucky. Arietti lost her boo. And Joella, don't forget the Ella, was confused. Why are so many people crying?
Why were they crying? Like, you know her for like 2 hours. At that point, like, it's just, and I get it, you know, heightened emotion and all that. But Lexi saying, I see a younger version of me in her. Girl, you're 30. You're not like 70 years old. What do you mean you see a
But
younger?
okay, but when you've been doing drag for 10 years and you do look at the girls who are 10 years younger than
Okay.
you do like it is a very, that's why the thing with like drag mothers and stuff, it's like it's kind of funny. Like you are a 36-year-old man and
Yeah.
your daughter is a 24-year-old man, you know, but like it is a thing. Like you do feel sort of like maternal towards like younger people. To me, every like young drag queen that I really like what they do, that's my daughter. Like they're all my daughter. Michaela is my daughter.
Yeah.
You know, Destiny is I don't know if you guys know Destiny. She's from Toronto. She's my daughter. You know, all the girls, like all the young girls that I like are my daughters. You know, I could list them all, but you guys probably don't know them. But yeah.
Wow. So you're saying they're forgettable.
No. No, you guys just don't know who they are yet. You guys are misinformed. I really related to Joella having won a lip sync and felt that people in the room wanted me to go. But to be honest, I was being a complete monster. I was yelling at production. I was like, I thought for sure I was going home, right? So then once the lip sync was finished, I had my jacket undone and stuff and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
We were behind the stage. I was fighting with the producers because I was like, let me zip up my fucking jacket. I don't care about continuity. I'm not going home with my jacket unzipped. I look disgusting. And they're like, okay, I had to like negotiate with them. And they're like, okay, so why don't you just start the zip? And then once we roll the cameras, you can zip it up on camera, which they didn't end up using that shot anyway, which I knew they wouldn't. But anyway, so I was pissed because I thought for sure I was going home. Then when Brooklyn called my name first, I thought that I was going to be like the second person in history ever to have their name called first and be told to sashay away.
Yeah.
Like I thought, because I thought there was no way in hell that I won. Watching back, I mean, yes, it's clear that I won. But I mean, I was very not confident and you know, whatever. Anyway, so I related to her a lot because, and also on my season, every time someone was eliminated, everyone was crying. And the producers literally had to tell us, like, you guys, stop crying. They're like, you're going to see them in a week. Like, relax. But when you're in that moment, like, you get lost in the scope of everything, you know? So, like, I understand the emotion because it is sad. It's like, also for that person, like empathetic wise, like you're seeing them sort of have their dreams taken away from them, right? Everyone who comes there wants to win, not be first out, right? But I think Lucky Stars is super unique, and I really, really appreciate their style of drag. I've seen a certain other person trying to sort of take credit for it, and I'll just say that person has never done drag head to toe the way that Lucky Stars does it. So. Period.
Let's move on to the new Maxi challenge, which is I'm a drag queen.
What did we think of that? Do we like it? Do we like the concept?
I like it.
Okay. You do?
I think that a lot of people are saying, oh, why don't they just do the lip sync challenge again, the untucked lip sync challenge, which is great. But there aren't really enough iconic untucked moments to do that challenge again. Like, I feel like it has to be spread across several seasons and like...
okay, because you don't want it to happen, like you don't want to repeat it?
Well, because I don't know if there's enough moments to repeat it. Like they were scraping the bottom of the barrel with this challenge. They were doing all those moments they had already done. The one that Joella was given. What the fuck was that?
Yeah, what
no
the
one
fuck?
ever, no one remembers that. No one ever talks about that. No shade to
Yeah.
Mariah Balenciaga, who is amazing. And I met her actually when I was in LA, and she's very sweet, super talented. That moment is not on the same level as the others. So like,
I
no wonder
agree
she was in the
also.
bottom. It was her Princess Diana. She was, you know, it was sabotaged. So
Yeah. I agree. Nobody's quoting that. I think that
they forgot
part,
the Ella. That's what they
They
did. The judges
did.
forgot the Ella.
I think that one is part of when I shouldn't be saying her name, but the one who shall not be named from that season. She said, no, was it her who said, "Is this America's Next Drag Superstar or is it America's Next Superstar?"
That was, and Alexis Mateo.
I think
Yes.
her?
Hmm?
It was Alexis Mateo who said that, not.
No, Alexis Mateo was with her, and she basically said it in sync with her. They both said it together.
Oh, okay.
But
I thought it was the same episode, maybe.
it is. Maybe it is. Yeah, you know why? Because they were all going around saying, "Oh, you're soft. You look like you've had this done. You've had this done. You look like this." Da 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 da. And they said that to Alexis, which I didn't agree with.
Yeah.
But sorry, I'm being so messy. I feel like I just like
No.
snorted some coke or something.
I love that clip. I know
It's
now
pretty
that
funny.
yeah, I love.
And you too. And you too.
You too. So much happened in that Untucked though, because remember the whole sugar daddy thing happened the same episode, and they had to shut down production for 2 weeks.
If you both were in this challenge, what scene would you wanted to have been in, and why?
Is it America's Next Drag Superstar? Or is it America's Next?
Okay, yeah, I guess that is
Of the scenes they picked, I would have loved back rolls.
Yeah, that to me, but I would have loved to, like, except for Serena or the All-Stars one debacle. I think
Oh my
those
god,
two
except for Serena would have been so good.
Right?
Oh my god, why didn't they do that? Oh
I
my
wish-
gosh. Or change your costume, Mimi. Change it
around.
around. Change your costume. Change it around.
It's already a song. It
It's
could have
already a
become
song.
something. Like
that would have been so good. They should have given that to Joella. Come on.
honestly, I think
In the challenge. Sorry, go ahead, Amanda.
Oh, no, I would have loved to see them do like everyone versus Mimi I'm First, like as a big ensemble number for one group, and then another big untucked scene for like volume 2, sort of like a rusical.
I agree. And it could have even been comprised of multiple musical moments, but like as one sort of scene together. And I think what I was gonna say, Joella in her number, she looks like Mimi from the Drew Carey show. This is an old people reference. Anyone over 30 will probably know what that is. If you don't, Google her. Mimi Drew Carey show. Spitting image, like looks just like Joella in that challenge, and it's iconic.
They should do this challenge in Canada, but they don't have enough moments. But they should just have Melinda Varga, like that whole moment, just that.
Dave Melinda.
Funny.
Honestly, Joella is the closest energy that America's ever going to get to Melinda Varga. It's not close at all. Like the bar is so high, but like this is the most we'll get.
Honestly, if I had gotten on Drag Race like season 1, I would have been Joella 100%. I was so fucking delusional. I was so up my own ass. Season 2, you saw a little bit of that, but season 1, I was a much worse person, and it would have been horrific for everyone involved. So yeah, if they had put me on season 1, it would have been very much like Joella. I can promise you that.
That would have been funny though.
It would have been funny, but it would have been traumatic for me. I was not mentally in a good space to do TV ever.
From this episode, who do you think did the best and who do you think did the worst? And if they were in teams, it can be lumped together as their segment on the show.
I think Jules was amazing. And I think Anya was like incredible. I think like Anya having that to herself, that whole scene, and the way that she kept it so interesting was so impressive. So yeah, Anya, I think absolutely deserved the win.
Yeah.
And yeah, I loved it. I thought it was amazing. I thought Jules and Anya were my top two.
And who are your bottoms?
I mean, I actually don't agree with Joella being on the bottom, to be honest. Like, I actually think that with the material she was given, Joella did the best job that she could, and she did keep it interesting. She was funny, and I thought her runway look, even though you could say it's technically not like good, it was an iconic moment. Like that's an incredible moment. Why would you not want to keep that girl around? Like, I'm sorry, I don't get it. I personally don't get it. I thought Kori definitely flopped. Like, I didn't like her scene at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't like her scene at all. Sorry. Like, I didn't. And I like Kori a lot. I do. But I did not like that scene. And then who was the other ones that were bad? I thought ACACIA was good.
Yeah.
I thought almost all of them did a really good job. I thought Crystal Envy doing the tumbleweed was hilarious, and like, what a good sport to be a tumbleweed and just roll back and forth over and over again. That's pretty iconic. I love that. And who were the ones that didn't do well? Can someone remind me?
It was
it? Yeah, go ahead.
The bottom was Arietti, and Kori, and it was Joella. But to me, some other lows I would have thought of, honestly, Samstar and ACACIA. Like, I just, that was something I forgot happened, and in the sense that I don't remember the performance, that's why I ranked them low. And honestly, I'm about to disagree with you, but also I felt forgettable for Jules and Arietti doing back rolls despite it being an iconic moment. I just don't remember it out of all.
Well, you are entitled to your wrong opinion, as Dr. Helly from Dance Moms would say. And yeah, I did forget about Samstar completely. So,
Why?
Probably because it was so bad. But like, every time she fell, I was like cackling. I probably laughed more than I did throughout the day.
You like to watch tragedy and misery unfold. So that is why you were laughing. The rest of us were not enjoying it.
Which is, I enjoyed it so much because when they announced her name, I thought, oh, she's in the top. Because I fully thought, like, that's something RuPaul likes too, Like, that's sort of like dumb. But I was wrong. Okay. And
it felt like she just didn't punch it enough. Like, she didn't have enough energy in her delivery. And not so much her visual performance, but her vocal delivery was just a little bit subdued. And I don't see her as a subdued. I see her as, I see her as a dom top. So it didn't communicate.
Gotcha. And also that runway didn't help her, which we'll come to later. But I don't think we'll come to later. I think it's the next slide.
Well, Niru, before we do that, give us your highs and your lows.
Oh, I liked ONYA. I think she was probably the best out of the whole bunch. I also liked what's her face, who did In the Mirror, and she did that like
SUZIE.
rock version. Was it SUZIE?
SUZIE
it didn't
too.
Look like her.
Well, it was.
Oh wow! So she looked different. Loved it. And then I thought bottom. I guess Kori, but even though I laughed a lot, and Samstar, didn't care for
SUZIE too was excellent. She was fantastic. She's definitely top 3 for me with Jules and Anya. SUZIE too could have won. Like, she was very close to winning in my book.
Agreed.
Yeah. Agreed. Let's get on to these runways. To Niru's favorite runway of the entire season, starting off with Kori King.
Okay, so she ate. I like this. I like the proportionizing. I like the references. I really like how it sort of almost gives this Victorian like bustle effect, but like super slutty. Kind of love that. I love the sort of cap on her head. I like the ruching around the breast to provide a lot of volume. Hide the shoulders. I thought it was great. Yeah, she ate.
Oh. No, that's great. I just think I do agree with what they said in the panel, because the headpiece is so small, her like upper part of the body so big, and the hips are so big, but I don't know if
her head does look teeny tiny.
Yeah, so it makes it her head looks like this, like just a little bit,
Mhm.
and you know, I didn't love that, especially when she was walking on the runway. Since the
Mhm.
runway is also so big now, like the main stage, that like
It's
her,
huge. Yeah.
I just lost her face in there. So for me, that
Mhm.
definitely was like, oh. Also, the train itself was was just a little. I just didn't enjoy this. I've liked Corey's look in the past, even the one
Mhm.
people hated about the Monet Exchange look. I still enjoyed that. This one was not for me. I think she nibbled. I'm not gonna give her a regurgitate, but she's like nibbled.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a regurgitate. I love you,
Oh.
Plain, and any sister of yours is a sister of mine. But this look to me, it's giving. Let's put one of our staff members in drag using the pieces we have available at the closet at play of all the queens put together. That's so mean, but it's
a staff member.
Amanda, what made you hate the queer community? What radicalized you against the queer community? Period.
I just okay, like
Oh
it's
my
not
God.
bad, but it's not good.
Not a staff member. That's crazy. I'm sorry. Like
Okay,
that.
makeup stamped, tights, amazing padding, incredible. The back of the breastplate hanging out, you know.
Not a
Um,
fan of that at all.
not a fan of that. The corset part of the bottom half of the bodysuit, it looks like the inner body you put on before like you put on your costume on top, and it's probably
It
not that, but just from a
kinda
distance on
does.
TV it does look like the underwear you wear
Yeah.
in drag, and then it just looks like the coat
That
is just
Amazon Central
barely
panty.
yeah, like barely put on and put together. The jewelry is it's just I don't know, it's not blending well.
Mm.
And I love
Yeah.
Kori King, and Kori King is in my top 4. But this look was not good. And then the top reminds me of Plain Jane's hat from the promo, but if they put fabric over it.
Mm.
I see that. I like that she hit the breastplate line, because that's something that I hate nowadays. And I know I'm not a drag queen. I'm not an authoritative figure on what is good and bad. But when I see the neckline, it's over.
Next we have wonderful Hormona Lisa.
What do you think, Eve?
Hmm. Okay, I thought it was pretty in motion. I actually, I, I don't, I don't want to say this to like disparage her or any other drag queens like her, but the Southern White Lady character to me in drag is disturbing, and I don't like it. Um,
You know, that's
so
probably just her. That's
it's
probably
always,
just her.
I know, and she's from the South, and no disrespect to that, but it's just
Yeah.
that character in drag and this whole visual effect. I'm just like, I find it, it's jarring to me. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I will never like it. And yeah, I'm not a super big fan of this look. It looks like in Canada and maybe in America too, we used to have these jackets, like these windbreaker jackets that were like all these bright colors.
Mm.
And everyone used to wear those like at winter, and that's what this reminds me of. Um, I liked the reference. I like that it's almost like the trans colors, which is cool. We
Yeah.
love to see that representation always with her.
Yeah.
She does it like every episode, which is great. I think she looks great. I really like her, but I don't like this outfit, so I'm going to give it a regurgitate.
Yeah. I agree with you. It just, how old is she? Because some of the runways make her feel old. And that's not really a
Yeah,
bad thing if that's the character that you want to give. But I
yeah.
don't know. It's like, it's just, this just doesn't do, just like serve her well, I think. This
Hmm.
makes her look just dowdy.
Hormona
But
is
it's,
30.
see, like, why is she dressed
Yeah,
like
but she's giving
50-50?
65 in this outfit.
Yeah, like this, so
The face so white with that hair. I've made this mistake before, so like I can absolutely relate to it. It's
yeah.
giving old lady.
Yeah.
Like
Mm-hmm.
So I don't love that. But as a dress,
Yeah.
like it's perfectly fine. It fits the bill, I guess, quilted, but it's nibble.
I got the
I don't
coat
know.
of many colors reference too.
Yeah.
I got it.
But again, I wish if she should have taken that further, more maybe, because the whole point of coat of many colors is it was sewn from different pieces. So it's like this just looks like it's one
And
fabric.
this doesn't look
So,
like that. Yeah, it looks like
yeah.
one pattern.
Yeah, like Monet did it in All Star 7. That I think was well done, coat of many colors.
Yes.
So that look got me into a lot of controversies. So let's move on.
Next we have
Amanda, you didn't say what you thought.
I think it's good that I didn't say anything. I need a timeout. So let's
Wow.
Come on, Joella.
What's I think it was Lux Noir London that said, "This is not a shoot, this is a sheet."
Okay.
This is great. I love this. And everyone's saying, like, oh yeah, in a club, this would go off like blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's amazing. I love that. And we all understand the reference of club drag. We all know how we would feel if we were in the club and saw this fucking walk out.
Exactly.
I think it's fucking awesome. I think it's so cool. I don't care that there's problems with it. I really don't care about any of that.
Agreed.
I think it's amazing. Like, obviously it's not like the best look out there, but it's fucking awesome. Like, it's unique. Like, you need unique stuff like that. And I think she devoured 100%.
Honestly.
I think uniqueness, charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. And she had a big uniqueness there and a lot of nerve.
Yeah.
And I don't know about the charisma and the talent, but she had the uniqueness and the nerve like in spades. So this is absolutely, she devoured. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I honestly devoured. We love saying camp. Like gay people love saying camp. This is camp. Everybody
this is camp.
You know that meme where it's like everybody gangster until the real lesbian walk in or something like that? It's like everybody gangster until the real camp walk in. And don't you know that? Like there's like, isn't it that? Like wait.
That is funny though.
Any gangster?
Maybe you're deeper on lesbian TikTok than I am.
No, it's like a meme where that's the one that I've seen, but everybody says like everybody gangster till the real something.
Oh, okay. In. I have not seen that, but that is funny.
The one that I have seen is everybody gangster till the real lesbian walks in. And it's just I don't know why that was the one that I remembered, but everybody gangster till, real camp walks in. This was like I think.
Yeah.
I love it.
I just have to give it a devour. This is amazing. This is the best thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
And I'm not even thinking about the back of it. Like the front alone.
But we don't even need to see the back of.
We don't even need to see the back of it. The front alone is like a masterpiece.
It made RuPaul cross-eyed when she was walking. Every time RuPaul getting cross-eyed, and I was like, oh.
Joella, I'm begging you to please make this your DragCon booth theme.
Oh,
yes.
And you have the person
God.
taking a picture with you be in like the hole.
Put their face in the hole. Oh my God. That's
That'd
brilliant. I was almost going to do that for my DragCon booth. I wanted to set up the Revealiana skirt so that everyone could just step into it.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't end up pulling it off, but I should have done that. That would have been amazing.
That's so smart.
Also, she should do little rag dolls, but it's quilted, like the thing and the head in the middle. Like
that'd be cool.
I would keep it.
Yes. Next, we have ACACIA Forgot.
This is beautiful. She ate. It's a beautiful outfit, and I definitely can see the quilting. It's very Golden Girls in like the best way, like Golden Girls gone like Rococo like fashion.
Yeah.
I love it. I think she ate and it looks beautiful. It looks awesome. And I haven't seen a lot about her, honestly, because I haven't been watching the show. Like I've just been seeing social media. This episode I did watch. But I haven't been seeing a lot of social media clips of her. And I was very pleasantly surprised. She looks fantastic.
They haven't been showing her much in the show either, which I was thinking about. And I was like, where's the airtime?
I guess they forgot.
I was gonna say it.
Oh my God.
I guess they forgot. Yeah.
I like her hair. And I like the dress, but I love the hair a lot.
Yeah.
I'll give it a 8. I think she ate that.
Yeah.
Mhm. I also give it an 8. She looks quilted but royal. It's beautiful. I
Mm-hmm.
really love it.
Do we like the shoe? It goes with the look, I
The
guess.
shoe
It
is kind of a
does.
nothing like
Yeah.
statement. Like it doesn't really say anything on its own, but it goes with the outfit, so I'm not mad at it at all. What I would
Mhm.
have liked is if she had a sheer white tight over her legs, that would have sold the look head to
Ooh.
toe and made the shoes look better too. So like,
I agree.
yeah, if there was just that, or even if it was
This I
not
love
a
that.
full sheer, but like a garter, like that would be cute too.
Mm.
Mhm.
Yeah. I love the sleeves.
I
Yes.
love that metallic doily. Like that's so
Yeah.
cool.
So
So
pretty.
grandma. I love it.
Yeah.
Ooh, next we
Oh.
have Crystal Envy.
Hmm. I love this look. I think it's very, very well done. She looks gorgeous. I love that she had a reveal and the reveal garment still gives quilted on the arms and
Mm.
legs of it.
Yeah.
I think it's very impressive. It looks like it costs a lot of money. So
Yeah.
good for her. It looks fucking great. Yeah, she ate. Yeah.
I agree. I liked it. I mean, I loved the outside, like the gown. It was like a jacket, but like a looked like a gown. I loved it. That honestly, if she had just that, it would get it devoured. I did not care for the reveal, but I like that it's still
Mm,
quilted. I just was like, you could have been fine without that. Without it, I thought it looked so beautiful with just the sweater gown thing. But I get it. I get that it was supposed to be a reveal, but I just loved how it
mhm.
looked. So I'll give it an 8. I thought she ate this.
What was
I
that last season when RuPaul, one of the queens, like had like this big flower thing on? Oh, Kyron Thrax on UK.
Yeah.
And then she took it off and RuPaul's like,
Oh, it's just
a
a bodysuit. A catsuit.
catsuit.
Yeah, I would also give this an 8. I didn't
Hmm.
want her in the bottom, but I would love to see her like have lip synced in this look when she would do another reveal with the jacket. That would have been
Ooh.
awesome.
Yeah, in a
Yeah,
lip
if
sync, I
she
would have
didn't
liked the
reveal this
reveal.
and then she lip synced in it and revealed it, that would have been like 10 out of 10. Like that's so
Yeah,
Mhm.
cool.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Uh-huh. Next we have Sam Star.
I think this is so good. The reference has been done before.
Yeah,
Courtney Act did something of the same reference. I think
yeah,
it's like Victor and Rolf or something like, and it's like a famous like fashion show from a long time
yeah.
ago. It's very, very beautifully done. It looks immaculate, like it's very stunning and perfected and super clean. And I really like that. So I think I'm gonna give her. I think she devoured. Yeah,
Wow.
Oh.
yeah. Even though again, I'm not feeling the Southern white woman character,
Yeah,
and I
Mhm.
never will. But this look, she devoured in this
yeah.
100%.
I love the zipper. I love like the
Love
details like that because
the
it's a
comically large like zipper there. That is
yeah,
so fierce. Love it.
and it adds something to like it would have just been blue dress like quilted
Mhm.
Hmm.
blue dress, but like I like that it adds something to that. I like it. I like it too. She ate this for me.
I agree. This is an 8 for me. I have a few random comments I thought about while watching this.
Do it.
First off, so when you pack for Drag Race, you're allowed to bring, I think, like 6 suitcases. But the biggest way you can make one suitcase work is you go to Home Depot and you get these really specific
Oh
black
yeah.
boxes with like the yellow tops and they like click in. And so I was thinking in my head, I bet you that headpiece fit perfectly at the bottom of one of those boxes that she checked in at the airport. I don't know. The girlies that will get it. But another
Yeah.
thing, I saw the big zipper and I was like, if she had to lip sync, obviously it's a gown. I
Yeah.
wonder if that would unzip and reveal something. And we obviously didn't get to
Oh,
see that on the episode, but if she were lip syncing, I wonder if there's something there and we just didn't get to see.
I agree.
If she did have to lip
Also,
sync, that headpiece would have been a problem for sure.
yeah,
Oh, definitely. Yes.
she would have needed to loosen her buttons.
Oh, yes, exactly. But 8 for me. Next, we have Susie Toot.
Changed her makeup, changed it around.
I loved the reference. Definitely, I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan.
Hmm.
I've been watching Lord of the Rings like over the winter like holiday, and like I had a week
Oh,
off in January. I watched the
yeah.
whole extended trilogy twice, and
Oh.
I watched a supercut of the Hobbit movies where they combine them all into one
Hmm.
piece and they cut out all the crap.
Yeah.
And it's about 4 hours long instead of 9 hours long.
Yeah.
Um,
Mm.
and they cut out the entire romance story. They cut out all that doesn't matter to the story, and it's great. It's fantastic. Um, so I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan. So I love that she referenced that. I love that she said that.
Yeah.
Definitely like giving Eowyn Galadriel, or sorry, not Eowyn, but Arwen. Um, I think it's really good. I just the skirt, I understand that it is a reference to specific quilting, but when I first saw it, wasn't getting quilted from it.
Yeah.
But when she explained it, I understood where it was coming from. The makeup, while I think is a departure for her, it's a little bit different. She could have gone a
Hmm.
little bit further with it, like just a little bit more snatch, a little bit more elongated, a
Yeah.
little bit more black on the inner corner, and snatch it back, you know? But I thought it was very beautiful, and yeah, she ate.
I agree. I don't think the in on camera it read as quilted, so that's why I was like, oh, is she fitting the brief? Is she not?
Right.
Um, but yeah, I'm glad that she tried something new with her makeup. At least, did Michelle? She already did. Never mind, because I was like, before Michelle even got a chance to. Did she say anything to her this episode during the critiques?
Yes, she loved the
Yeah.
makeup and she hated Arietty's makeup.
Oh, we're gonna come to that. Did we talk
Oh
about
yes.
Ariety?
Not yet,
No,
but
okay. So yeah, I think she ate this. I wouldn't call this the best look of the night, but I think this was pretty good.
I agree. I give this an 8. I didn't read very quilt to me either, but on the runway critiques, Carson really said that it was giving quilt. So I bet that it was more
Oh,
obvious with
In
their when in
person.
person.
Yeah.
Yes, I y'all know I'm a Susie Toot stan, and getting to see this makeup was so great because on Twitter you keep seeing everyone talk about this makeup. They're like, it must be a makeover. It's not Susie. When are we gonna find out? And boom, we
oh
got it.
yeah,
Episode 4, we finally
I
got to
don't
see
think
what it
it's
was,
that
and it's
different.
Susie.
yeah.
I
It's
think
It's
not
not.
people,
crazy different.
It's just the edges
yeah.
are different. Like
Oh,
the inside is still the same.
I'm not gonna lie. Like I know Michelle gets a lot of flack, but she was kind of right when she told Susie to sort of try something else. Because in that episode, on camera, I don't know how she looks in person, but on camera, it didn't look good. So you know what, Michelle, I'll give you that. Like I thought, because remember the
I don't
coin
know.
look?
I felt like her look was a specific point of view that
I no,
like.
I totally get it. Like I get that that's her style and everything, but
Mhm.
because still a TV show, so on TV it just didn't look the best. And that, I mean, it's the first episode, so obviously, she doesn't know how it's gonna translate on camera and everything. We talked about it
Right.
on this here too. But I'm glad that Michelle told her to try something else because I think this is a little better on camera than that one. Like I like
Mhm.
the difference. I could see it. That's what I was trying to say. But
Next,
oh
we have Lydia B. Collins.
Okay, I love this. It reminds me of denim. It's
yeah,
Yes.
very much something that denim would do.
yeah.
Um, and I have to say, since I have not been watching the show, I haven't like seen all the girls out of drag and stuff. Seeing Lydia B. Collins out of drag, I'm like, she's a cartoon character. Like her eyes are so big and expressive and blue, and she has the fucking aegyo style, and like
Yes.
she's so adorable. Like she's just a little like Bambi. Like she's so I want to give her a hug, and like she's just so, and I'll keep her like in my closet. She can be in a cage. She's so adorable. Like she's so cute. She's very
Yeah,
quiet. She has not said much. I mean that they're showing.
yeah,
Um but I loved this look. I thought it's beautiful. It's really well done, and it's such a cool, unique perspective. I love shit like this because I would never in my fucking life ever do this. And I love drag queens that do stuff that I would never do. And this
yeah.
is awesome. So she ate.
I agree. I thought this was fantastic. Question: is that actually her body, or is that because
That's
it's
what I
so
was thinking too, because
shiny?
I didn't even clock that when I was watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. I
It's
couldn't
so
figure that
white.
out.
I mean, no offense to white people, but that is white. Like, oh
It's so
my God.
shiny. It
Yeah,
looks
it's
like it could be
she definitely shimmered the
plastic.
fuck out of it. She probably put
Yeah.
the diamond bomb, like the Rihanna diamond bomb all
Oh
over
yeah.
it. She
Oh.
looks like, this is the skin of a killer skin, this is the skin of a killer Bella, This is what she's giving.
But yeah, I thought it was really great, and Loki is a devourer for me. Like I love this kind of stuff. So great. Even her
I
makeup, like a little
love
things,
it.
just great.
Yes, I'm also like very obsessed with this look, and Lydia has grown on me so fast. Like I
Miss
am,
Butthole if you're nasty.
Yeah.
yes. Like I
So
love
you're
it.
saying that you ate the butthole up?
Sure, trying out new things. And I love the details, even down to like the mittens on her hands.
Mm,
That's like so cute and such a good like the perfect touches everywhere. So
yeah.
yes, loved it. 8. Oh, next we have
Oh,
Miss Lexi Love with this outfit designed by or with this outfit made by Utica and Twink Trash.
Oh, Drink Trash and Eureka?
Uh-huh.
Double homicide. Oh, this is great.
she mothered,
Yeah.
she auntied, she grandmothered,
Well,
and then she mothered again. Like
yeah.
this is so gorgeous. And when I saw it, I was like, who the fuck made this? This is so cool.
Yeah.
And then I saw Utica
No, it
post about
makes
it. I'm like,
sense.
of course it was fucking Utica. Utica makes the coolest fucking shit ever.
Yeah.
This is so awesome. Like, and it's so like first looking at it, like if you just saw like a wide view, it doesn't necessarily give quilted, but then you see
Mm-hmm.
the detail on it and it's like quilted to such a small pattern that is so like it's just so subtle, but it's so brilliant. And like the hat, the cuff, the asymmetricality of everything, it's just
Yeah.
so fucking cool. It's so cool. She devoured with this like 100%. And I am consistently impressed by her every single week when I see the stuff that she's pulling off. I'm like, holy fucking shit. Like this bitch
Yeah.
is eating it up every week. Like she's really, really amazing. And I'm really proud of her. And I just can't wait to see like all the other stuff that she's got prepared.
I agree. This devoured, even before knowing, it's Eureka and Twink. I think this just looks good. Also, it helps when the canvas itself is great. Because
Yeah.
that mother can't pull it off like this. Because
Mm-hmm.
if it was anybody else, it might not work the same. So
Yeah, it's like
it
when you're
just
tall like that and you have those proportions, like it can
yeah,
make fashion look so good. Like
yeah.
yeah, I love it.
So this is devoured. I love her. Team Lexi Love.
All right. This is a devour for me as well. It's just perfect. Even down to the shoes. Like
Yeah.
it is fashion. Next we have Miss Lingerie.
I love immediately just looking at the midsection, it's giving me Sailor Venus,
Mm.
which I
Mm.
love. And this whole thing, it's like just this very like Miu Miu sort of like just erratic like fashion. And I think it's executed very well. She wears it amazingly. The hair
Mhm.
is the perfect accessory to it. I think it's
Mhm.
fantastic. Is it giving quilted as much as some of the other outfits? Not necessarily, but if you look closely at it, you do see every piece of fabric is quilted. So she met the
Yeah.
requirements and it's beautiful and she looks fantastic. I love the white brows with that. I love how she highlights her face. It's so impactful, like on the runway.
Yeah.
The leg warmers I felt could have had a little bit more detail in them, whether she was gonna do like the ruffling and the layering like she did with everything else.
Yeah.
Those are the only things that just look a little bit simplistic compared to everything else. But I will say absolutely she ate. I think it's beautiful and Lana can kind of do no wrong in my eyes. That's another one
I
that's my daughter.
Lana. I love Lana too. So I was like, oh, this everything to me. I will agree about the leg warmers thing. It's just I'm not too. I'm fine without it. Like I feel like I would be like whatever.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, like the dress itself, the hair though, fabulous. And this
Yeah.
is an 8 from me.
Yes,
100%.
this is also an 8 for me. I love you, Lana Del Rey. Yes.
Okay, has Lana worn a lingerie?
They call her a bra and panty queen, like the
Oh,
jealous
because her
queens of New
name
York.
is literally lingerie.
Oh,
Like,
but she used
Yeah.
to wear lingerie all the time. Like I remember seeing like clips of her performing like in just straight lingerie,
yeah.
and she looks fucking great in it. So why
Yeah,
not?
like
Yeah.
people complaining about, like, come on. It's just weird.
Next we have Arietti.
Okay, I love Arietty.
Mhm.
Arietty, another one who can do no wrong. I will defend her. This look doesn't give quilted,
I agree.
but she looks great. I think it's a great look. But on the basis of the fact that the runway category is quilted for your pleasure,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, what is it? Regurgitate.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
Unfortunately.
only because I don't feel that it meets the runway category visually. To me, when I looked at it, I was like, what part of this is quilted? Where is the quilting? It looks like it's just a repeating pattern, which I
Yeah.
understand, it can be difficult to find a quilted fabric that you like, or
Yeah.
it could be difficult to make this fabric look quilted because you would have to double layer it and then you would have to stitch over it in a square pattern, the whole thing, which would be very hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think it gives quilted at all, but I do think it's a really good look. But I'm going to say regurgitate just because it doesn't fit the category to me.
The fabric, it kind of looks like from far away when she was walking in. There's a specific type of fabric in Nepal where it's basically like our hats and dresses and everything is made from that. And I was like, oh my God, did she like go and get it? Like, how did she find it? And then she came close and I was like, oh, it's kind of ugly. So it, for a split second, I was very happy, but then it wasn't. But I don't love this. She has had like good runways in the past, like in the other episodes. So this to me doesn't really reach Arietty level. I don't love it. Also, what do we think about Michelle talking
Newer,
about her
you
makeup?
call
Everybody has their own unique signature, but I didn't care for it. So I'm glad Michelle says something low key. Like,
I've seen a couple of drag queens who do this sort of wide nose look. Xana used to do it, like really severe. And there's other girls that used to have done it. Aquaria did it for a time, like she was doing it
yeah.
for a while. And I at first was very puzzled by that. I was like, who wants to look like that? But honestly, seeing it on Arietty, I kind of love it. And I think
Oh.
that when you're doing your contour and highlight as a drag queen, you're creating the bones of your face. Her drag as a character, that's what the face of her character looks like. She can change her makeup up in other ways, and she does, but that is the structure of her face, of her drag character. So I have respect for that. I think there's nothing wrong with Michelle saying that she wants to see her like step outside of the box a little bit, but she didn't need to insult her and say, maybe next week come out like you're not in the production of Cats. Like that's like she was just kind of like being a little bit like too cunty for that. I'm like, girl, what is your problem? Like you can give a critique without being fucking rude.
Yeah. I
And I
kind of
didn't
love it.
appreciate that. And me and my girls didn't appreciate that. And I love Arietty. I think she's fantastic and she's so talented and beautiful. And I look forward to her looks. Like she's one of those queens
Yeah.
that like I look forward to what she's going to put out because I genuinely enjoy what she does as her art form. So I wouldn't question it. Yeah, that's my take on it.
No, I agree. I liked it when Michelle said production of Cats. Bring back the older season, nasty, mean Michelle. Like she's mellowed out, but we need we need people to fear Michelle Visage again. Okay, we need the gays to fear
When
her.
I liked Michelle Visage, my favorite Michelle Visage moment ever is when she was complaining about the breastplates and she's like, those are not tits. These are tits. And she took her tits out. That's so me because I fucking hate breastplates and I think they look ridiculous and terrible on everybody.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Remember
if you don't have tits, don't have tits.
Yeah. Like remember in season 6, I think, well, season 5, I forgot which queen, but one of the queen got eliminated because she used breastplates and everybody was like making fun of her.
It was season
Like,
4. It was Elisa Summers.
yeah, like imagine there was a time when everybody hated breastplates, and now every drag queen uses
But
that.
I will say that was because her breastplate was like fabric and she looked like a Muppet.
Oh.
That was before the silicone breastplates were very popular. So she had made
Yeah.
like a fabric breastplate and it did look like a Muppet tits.
I think strategically, thinking about when Michelle Visage says something like that about your mug, the way to fix that, I think, would be to take specifically for Arietti, since that is part of her brand, is to take a more Crystal Method approach to that critique. Crystal Method didn't necessarily change what her makeup looked like. She just changed the proportions, so maybe made some things like the lips slightly smaller. And like maybe you could play around with that and have the white still be there, but have it be various sizes depending on the look, maybe?
Yeah.
I
I
don't
just
know.
thought it was like too big. That was my problem, where it's like that's all I could see. So maybe that, maybe it's a me problem. Or also, we're still in a competition. So if the judges says you to change something, just do it. You can never have to do it again when you get out. Like you can go back to your old thing. Like you don't have to do it.
But
yeah.
So when you do drag, like you have the way that you feel the most comfortable. And it's very hard to deviate from that because you don't want to look back on what you did on TV and say,
Yeah.
oh, I really wish that I had done my makeup how I wanted to do it and not how Michelle Visage wanted me to do it. And I would have loved this look so much more. And I would love this moment so much more if it was my true expression and not what they wanted. You know what I mean? So I can't knock her for not wanting to change it. You know, it's like, I think she probably will like finesse it a little bit or soften it a little bit. And that might be good for her to experiment, but that doesn't mean that she has to change, you know, what her drag character is, you know?
Yeah. But the thing is, like, we are still competing for $200,000. My little, uneasiness looking back, $2,000, I feel like that sort of takes the priority. So I would just, if they tell me come naked tomorrow, I would just walk in naked. Like, I'm not even kidding. $200,000, I will do anything.
Yeah, $200,000 is a lot of money.
Yeah. I mean, with tax and everything, it's probably $150,000, but still, that's still a lot of money. And that's $150,000 more than.
Well, more like 130,000 probably.
Yeah, and that's.
But
still
as Stacey Lane Matthews would say, that's a lot of fucking money.
Exactly. So, I would probably just change it up. But
next we have Jewel Sparkles.
Jewel Sparkles, another daughter of mine. Love her so much. I've known her
you've been getting around.
I know. You know what? Can you blame me? No, but I've known her for a long time now, like for a couple years. I've like followed her. We've talked like on Instagram and stuff, and I've always like loved her art. Like she's so fucking good, and she's so talented. And so I think she's beautiful. I'm not a huge fan of this look because I don't, looking at it, really get quilted from it. I get ruching and like, texture. Quilted, I don't know. Quilted, I normally think of squares, which I guess quilted can be lines as well, but maybe if they were like puffier, I would get it more. The only other thing I don't like about this, besides that I don't really fully see quilted from it, is the fact that the breast clearly wasn't made to her measurements correctly because, or something happened, something changed. Maybe it's not fit right. I don't know. Maybe her padding messed it up. I have no idea. So I don't want to besmirch the designer, whoever it is.
Yeah.
But the breast should cover where her breast should be. So I don't get when designers do that, where the breast doesn't cover the breast. It makes no sense. It pisses me off. And I see a lot of designers do it, and I'm like, what are you thinking? Why? That doesn't make sense to me. Why would you want, a flat chest with pasty on it? Nothing wrong with a flat chest, but like it just looks unintentional. So it looks unpolished. I will say hair and makeup, obviously, she's absolutely flawless. The silhouette and design of the look, I really appreciate, but I don't think that it necessarily fits the brief. I'm still gonna say she ate because it fits the brief enough that it's not like outside of the territory like Arietty's was. But yeah, she ate, but like she just ate. She just barely ate.
Yeah, I agree with you. I just, especially with so many other runways here, like they tried something different and new, and it's like there's a here it just feels like we've seen this kind of like this before, and I know that's not really a knock at her because like this is her first time, you know, but I don't love it. I think she could definitely do better than this, and I don't like the shoes. So this is sort of a nibble for me. I don't.
Oh yeah, I'm not a big fan of the shoes with this either.
Yeah, I always look at the shoes first, and
Thigh high boot would be better with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go all in. I'm gonna give it a regurgitate.
Wow.
Well,
Nasty.
earlier we were told, you know, we shouldn't go halfway. We go full on 8 or regurgitate, and I took that to heart. And I've been honest today. I just don't like Eve said, I don't like the corset body part. I also agree that when it's where you can just see where you have to put pasties on, like it's kind of, it's like, what's the point of even having the piece of fabric on your body then, you know? And I think because the vertical quilting was on that piece as well, it takes away from the figure that a corset does. Like, just visually, it becomes more straight. So it kind of defeated the purpose of the cinching in a way. I don't know. I don't know if it's because I'm so used to seeing jewels in more light pastel colors, and I understand you got to diversify your color palette on the show, but I don't know. I look at this and I don't see jewels sparkles. It's just a random other person. It doesn't give me jewels.
Yeah.
But I appreciate her trying something new. Next we have ONYA NURVE.
Mother.
I hate this photo because her whole silhouette is disappearing. But I thought she looked great. I'm not a huge fan of the eyebrows in this look, to be honest. But she looks beautiful. And yeah, I do see the quilting. At first, I was kind of not seeing it because I was like, I just saw like, you know, like that kind of like African like print. But looking more at it after a few seconds, I'm like, oh yeah, I do see how there's little squares of everything and it's all combined into one. I do like that. Yeah. And the head wrap and everything, it all works really well. And I think this was a really good showing for how you can do this challenge without, you know, having it be something so fucking crazy. It's like, here, she's in a black gown. She's accentuated it with the quilted elements and it works. And she looks great. And it was enough for her to win the challenge. And I agree with that. And I'm going to say she ate.
I agree. I think she ate too. It just, sometimes simple is everything. You know, if you do something very clean and precise and it looks good, that's all that matters. And I think she just looks, again, I think this compared to HORMONA, like this also kind of makes her look a little matured. And I think this one works better than like HORMONA's did, I think. So this is an 8 for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is also an 8 for me. I think she looks great. Simple is great when you like do the right things to make simple work, and ONYA makes it work.
Yeah.
Now we are on to the bottom 2, which are Kori and our icon Joella. Don't forget the Ella, and they lip synced to buttons.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Eve first, because.
Okay, Kori ate this up.
Yeah.
Joella didn't know a single word of any part of the song. They're like, oh, she doesn't know the Snoop Dogg verse. Bitch, she doesn't know the Pussycat Dolls verse. She doesn't know any of the song. She knew none of it. I'm like, holy shit. Like, were you asleep when this song came out? It was the biggest song in the world.
Yeah,
for,
everybody should know this.
A year. I mean, I guess I was in high school, so it was a long fucking time ago. But yeah, this Joella girl. I'm
She
starting to
forgot the
forget the
Ella.
Ella.
Yeah.
Like she
Also,
what is it? This reminded me. You just reminded me of RuPaul when he was yelling at Tammy Brown. And I just imagine RuPaul going,
you forgot.
"We didn't forget the Ella.
Again,
You forgot the
you
Ella.
forgot the Ella."
You forgot the Ella."
I think they should have cut down the Snoop Dogg part, because that's not, we never, like, you know, even though Joella probably didn't know the words everything, but still, I just think that just don't cut, let's cut that out. Like, you know, I feel I sad that Joella like flopped so hard in the lip sync, because I really wanted her to be like go far, but I also love Kori, and I'm glad Kori stayed. One
Yeah.
thing about this quilted look, when Joella said that people know her in Los Angeles for her looks, she was right. Look at everybody talking about this. She is known for her looks. Did she say it was good looks? Maybe not, but
And you
she
know
is
what?
known.
I have to say, as someone who is also known for being opulent, it's hard when you're known for being so glamorous and so opulent. People just have a higher expectation of you, and it's not fair. It's not fair. And you know what? Yeah, I still can't get over her saying, "Well, if she couldn't beat you, what is she going to do against me?"
Yeah, that was so nasty. Like, she is really, I love Joella so much. Acacia was gagged. She did not know what hit her. She was like, girl, what? I'm going to Lucky and saying, I know I'm gonna be here next week. So
She was right. I think they should bring her back. I don't care. Do
I
a
agree.
good old fashioned season 3. Producers pick a girl, bring her back.
Yeah, I agree. She is so, I am obsessed. It
Just bring
is
her back at top 5. Like, just bring her back. Like, no one will be mad. It would just be iconic television. Just bring her back.
yeah. They should do like the mirror, but just or
Give her a break, special privileges, let her remember the Ella, and then bring
yeah.
her back.
Agreed.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny.
It's amazing. Oh, right.
I do love Kori King, though. Really happy that she won the lip sync. She's great, and excited to see more of her if I decide to watch another episode. But I will see the clips. I will see the clips every week. I don't watch the show really anymore. And you know, people are going to say like, oh, why are you doing this podcast? You said you wanted to distance yourself from Drag Race. It's like, yeah, I want to distance myself, as in me, like being known for being on Drag Race. I don't want to. And I didn't like that people were constantly, not like constantly, like I'm not that popular, but like people would always be putting me on like, oh, all stars lists and all that stuff. And it was like triggering for me. I was like, I don't want to think about that, because it's not going to happen for me, because they don't want me. And also I no longer want to do the show because of my political leanings, you know? So yeah, that was my thing with it. But I'm never going to like shit on the girls who are doing it. Like, I'm always going to support the girls. And, you know, I also want to talk to you guys, so I'm here.
So what you're saying, that even though you don't want to be on Drag Race, you want to support the people who remember the Ella.
Exactly. By talking about them.
That's how it should be. With Joella gone, though, the season is gonna be like at least 30-40% less entertaining, and people
Less
still
glamorous,
hating on her. It's like
less opulent,
exactly
less iconic. And yeah, of course, all the iconic girls always get hate. I was gagged when I saw like the reaction to Canada season 5, and Michaela was serving it every single week, being such good TV. She's just brilliant on television, and she doesn't need anyone to coach her or tell her what to do. She just goes, and she's fucking brilliant. They need to put her on another season. And people were hating on her by the end of it. And I'm like, what was your problem? She's amazing TV. She's one of the best lip syncers we've ever seen on Drag Race. She's absolutely fucking beautiful. She's stunning. And she's one of my best friends.
Love that.
So clearly she's great.
Exactly. But yeah, I just don't get it. Like, Joella's word is on everybody's mouth. You wouldn't be talking about
Absolutely.
the season as much if it wasn't for her. So why are you hating?
There
Like,
are people that just don't get it. They
yeah,
just don't understand like what
damn
it
the
means to
Ella.
be iconic, to be transgressive, and like to actually get people talking and be
Yeah,
controversial and be polarizing. People think that that's a bad thing. It's like, no, in this context where no one's getting hurt, really, like it's fine.
yeah.
You know, we don't want to
And
be
most of the
polarizing
time,
like Elon Musk, who,
yeah,
let's be clear, is a Nazi. The girls are allowed to come for each other and be shady and be delusional and be entertaining. Hello, that's what makes
agreed.
it a TV show.
I just
Exactly.
want to remind everyone that Joella is so iconic that she performed at JoJo Siwa's Karma release party in WeHo.
Period.
I love that. You know, I have liked Joella since she's probably the one queen I've known. I mean, not known, like, you know, personally, but I've known about since way back when. So I was really happy for her to see on the show. And I'm sad that she's gone.
Well, Eve, thank you so much for joining us on the podcast today.
But yeah, I just want to say thank you guys so much for having me, and thank you to the fans for listening to my ramblings, and thank you to estrogen, and thank you to spironolactone and progesterone for getting me
Period.
giant fucking knockers. Yeah, and thank you to everyone who punches Nazis.
Ooh.
Yes.
Punch Nazis today.
All right, everyone. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.